Displacing. Underway.
All right. Is this thing on? What's up, fight fans? I'm AmiPolizeiFunk, and I am here with my main man, Marco. What's up, Marco?
Yeah, we made it, guys. We made it.
This is it.
Not.
This is the beginning of another exciting season of Sunday Night Fights, our fifth. That's right, 5 big stars, and our first on the new game, Company of Heroes 2. I'm excited. We've been battling. We already started yesterday on Saturday with day 1 of our first quali tourney. And there were some insane fights. A lot of series went to 3 games. And there were some really exciting streams that you might have seen with some hot live action between the players. And so that tournament is now down to 4. And we will show you the 2 round 5 matches tonight that will decide who will play in our contender bout next week, which will be our first qualifier for the Final 4. And the big money and big prizes provided by Alienware, Sega, and Relic Entertainment. Marcus, you're looking good, my friend. How are you doing?
I know. I'm great, thank you. I'm really excited to cast these games with you. Really excited.
Is it messed up for me to say that I'm glad you lost yesterday so that I can have you as a co-caster?
I'm not glad I lost. I really hope to do better next quality tourney.
All right. Well, I can quiz you and grill you about that experience more once we get into things. Right now, I would like to introduce who we're going to see tonight. They're actually playing right now. It turns out that many of the round 4 games that were played earlier today went to the 3rd ace game. So round 5 started relatively late considering things. So we're getting the replays one by one. Like, we only have one replay to show you so far, and we'll get the next ones as they come in. So we're as semi-live as you can get. We're as close to the real thing as possible, and we are eager to get in game and kick this thing off. So first of all, let me just introduce the players. We're going to move over to a player card, and we have Marcus. If this was an Italian name, I would say VindicareX, but he's an American.
VindicareX.
He was born in Russia, I think. But I would say, but maybe for an American, it would be VindicareX. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this because this is the first time we've seen VindicareX on Sunday Night Fights. So when a new player here, he's a good Dawn of War player, I hear. Is that right? And
yeah, he's a pro Dawn of War 2 player.
Excellent. So he's coming over from Relic's other game. And he eliminated some big players in this tournament so far. He took out Von Ivan, which he streamed, which I watched in 2 games on Langerskaya. That was pretty exciting. Like he was in a bad shape as the Oster, but then he came back. And then he just took out Dev M, and that was in a 3-game series. And so, I mean, he took out the former SNF 4 champ. So he's
that's pretty big. Also because Dev M trained a lot.
Yeah, Dev M was tearing through people. I mean, I guess he had a kind of an easy day 1 being the 1 seed, but yeah, he made it to round 4, and then Vindicare took him out in 3 games. So that's an exciting series. Maybe some other casters will cast that over the next week. I haven't even gotten a chance to see those yet. I'm looking forward to it. His opponent will be another Dawn of War 2 player moving over, xHoLyHammerx, and xHoLyHammerx is pretty well known. He's got quite a reputation. So it'll be VindicareX versus xHoLyHammerx. We got a lot of, it's like the battle of the Dawn of War X's. Is that a Dawn of War thing to put an X's around your name or what?
It seems so, actually. And on the other side, we have 2 other players that are newcomers. Maybe one is a newcomer. The other one is a well-known player. It's Andy. We all know him from Vico.
All right, I've got his player card up. You can see Andy's, he's actually got the best combined rank average of all the players in the tournament. He's 5th in as Soviets in 1v1, and he's 1st in as Oster in 1v1. So he is a lot of players' top pick to win the whole thing. So it's good to see that he got this far. He had to go through his clanmate, Barton, to get here. That was kind of it's always tough when 2 clan members or 2 friends have to like knock each other out of the tournament. That also happened with Twister and Daniel D in an earlier round. So Andy is ripping just got out of playing Barton, and I don't know how that series went or if it went deep or what, but I'm sure that was kind of bittersweet for both of them.
It was indeed a 2-0. I didn't watch the game either, but it seems it went straight pretty fine to Andy. He won it 2-0.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll have to check that out later. And then his opponent is going to be OMG Pop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did very well till now.
All right. OMG Pop is from Canada. I've actually talked to him a couple times. He's a very nice guy. He comes in Reborn Vent, and he used to run 2v2s with Marinas in the beta, and so it's always fun to watch him. We've seen him in previous tournaments, but he has this kind of quirky character in that if things don't go well for him, he might just quit the game out. Right, we saw that. I remember casting a game with Sefa where he was by no means out of it, and just sort of mid-game, it was just said, player dropped,
really?
Over. Yeah, and we had no idea what was going on, and Sefa and I were saying, oh, come on, you got to stick in this a little longer. At least like a P4 had come out, and he just quit. Instead of like maybe trying to stall it with some 18 aids or get some kind of call in, throw some guards at it or something like that. He just bugged out. So hopefully his tournament endurance and his ability to like hang in there and get comebacks has developed. I think Sefa gave him a PM on Steam saying, "Don't you dare quit early. I want to see you fight. I want to see you fight your teeth out." Oh, I forgot to queue up Stefenfu's awesome new soundtrack that we have, but we'll save that for the next one. All right, so here are our players. Is there anything left to talk about? We got this amazing prize pool. Quickly, we can mention from Alienware. The winner of this whole event will take home an Alienware 17 gaming laptop, which is worth almost $1,500 plus $1,000 in cool cash. So that's our first prize. And, we're spreading our $5,000 prize pool over could be 5, 6, or 7, or 8 players, depending on how many different contenders we have. Yeah, and so the money will be spread around. And I think what we're going to see here is these are money games. If you win these, you will win money. If you make it to a contender bout, then you will win money. So what we're going to watch tonight, these are money games. So that's kind of exciting, and I'm eager to get them started. Any other housekeeping? You see it. We've got our Twitter here. I'll go back to our commentator splash. Follow AmiPolizeiFunk. That's me. Follow this guy over here, Marcus2389. And follow Kotu.org for all tournament updates and so forth. All right, Marcus, I think it's time to go in game. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go in game.
All right,
So, which game are we going to show first?
this will be
This one.
Yeah, this will be xHoLyHammerx versus Vindicare.
So the two Dawn of War pro players. That's
correct.
interesting.
And xHoLyHammerx is going to be Soviets, and in game one, Vindicare will be
Germans.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll be following Vindicare, playing on the east side of Semoski Winter, while you'll go Soviets following xHoLyHammerx on the left side.
All right, that's correct. I think I have everything wired up. The fog of war is off. Here are the dudes. We're paused on 5 seconds. Sunday Night Fights Season 5. Here we go. I got to take a breath. You know, I've been doing this is the 5th season we've done this, Marcus. And the first show of every season, I always get nervous. The nerves never go away. It's funny, you know, you think that, oh, yeah, you're seasoned now. You've got some experience, right? No problem. You've done this a million times. But it's not true. Every time it's a bigger event, and every time I get the nerves. So best way to cool the nerves, I think, is to just get into the game. Unpause to 5 seconds, Marcus. I'm going to unpause. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Can we get some claps out in Steam, in Twitch chat? We see you guys out there. Jin Shul, Sarantini, Moonchild, Smart Bull, El Tarago. We see you guys. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's do it. All right, we're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You need something demolished?
Okay, so Vindicare is going for a standard tier 1, so no double pioneer, and Grenadier start.
Fresh conscripts have
What is xHoLyHammerx doing? Well, of course, I guess.
First conscripts are on the way. Yep, his conscripts are already out. I'm happy to be playing on Semoski Winter. I love this map. It's kind of a hybrid between a summer map and a winter map. It has everything I love about winter in that it's got this crazy ice that can get torn up by explosions and tanks, and units can actually sink in the water when the ice breaks. I love that. And it's also got some little patches of snow, heavy snow, that you have to be wary of when you're microing around, because your units are slightly slower in those areas. And it doesn't have the things that I don't really like, which are the random blizzards that come, and you know, the countdowns and the lower visibility. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the start of both these two players, because xHoLyHammerx rushed the South Fuel, and Vindicare, like if he was predicting that xHoLyHammerx would have rushed that fuel, he's going for the north side. So he will have easier time to hold the fuel point, but it will be eventually harder to hold the munition point, because it's very far from his base. And it's easy to cut with from the Russian point of view.
All right, we got our first contact in Sunday Night Fights Season 5 televised show here. It was just a few shots fired by the northern fuel point. The conscripts are going to back off and allow the grenadiers to raise the flag behind the green cover of the hay barrels. And meanwhile, in the south, some NGs rushed this fuel, hopped in the house to have a look around. But although xHoLyHammerx has capped the fuel, he hasn't yet connected it.
This territory is ours.
So he still needs to connect the dots before he'll be getting those resources.
Area secure.
Seems like xHoLyHammerx is giving up for now the northern side and focusing on holding the south side. Yeah, he just jumped on two houses. I just want to remind you guys how powerful buildings are in this build. They're so strong. It's not easy to take out units like in Previous one when the guy is on the house. You need like Molotovs or grenadiers, grenades, or flamethrowers. So in the early game they are very, very strong.
is interesting. We got an MG coming across the lake from VindicareX base. We've also got a little bit of action going on in the western part of the map. So conscripts are chasing off some pioneers. And these conscripts are completely surrounded by Grens. An MG squad is going to now open up on the house. Now, how do MGs fare against houses? Any better?
They are better than Gladiators, but they will most likely die.
Alright, well, I think the first life has been lost on Sunday Night Fight Season 5. A conscript dies in the house, an MG gunner dies behind the green cover. There's action also on the west side of the map. These conscripts have garrisoned the church, and they're moving into the center to take the green cover by the graveyard, and they're putting on a flank on this MG, and he's very low on health. He's in a lot of trouble. It's going to be hard to get out of there, even if he retreats now, and he doesn't yet retreat. What in the world is going on? That MG is cleared! I saw the little exclamation point go up for just a second, and these conscripts are going to capture the MG. That's a huge win for xHoLyHammer right at 4 minutes into the game.
And now, right now he has all the advantage possible. He's garrisoning all the houses in the center, forcing multiple retreats, and VindicareX just lost a Pioneer squad. So he's down to 3 units, just 2 Grants, even with Alpha HP and an MG, which is also bad position because the house is still garrisoned by xHoLyHammer, which is now eventually retreating.
Well,
anyways,
yeah,
General Hell
is
is telling...
the house, but spread out between that conscript squad. He wasn't able to get out in time. He also threw a Molotov. Uh-oh, these Grens are walking right back into it. I don't think it's done burning yet. Ouch! A guy dies pointlessly by that tree. And, yeah, really good use of buildings by xHoLyHammer. He always seems to have squads garrisoned.
Taking fucking fire!
Anyways, General Hell is suggesting you to lower in-game sounds and raise your volume a bit.
Oh, I love the in-game sounds. I mean, I purposely crank the, are we sure? Turn game on. All right, fine. All right, Marcus, let's pause at 5:15 real quick. Okay.
All right.
All right, pause at 5:15, and I'm going to adjust the sounds real quick, even though I mean, I'm into them. You know, I like the game sounds to be loud. But I'll put them down just slightly since you guys all sort of want that. All right. Okay, sorry, now we got to start you again. We're going to unpause. Ready?
Yeah,
5,
I'm ready.
4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, hopefully you guys can hear us better. That's Chris Velasco's soundtrack blasting in the background, and I just love it. So you're going to hear a lot of it throughout Sunday Night Fights. It's one of the really wonderful aspects of Company of Heroes 2.
Under fire!
Okay, so Vindicare right now decided to opt for a tier 2, and that's very interesting. Double scout car on the way. I've never seen that in a while. Yeah, scout cars are
tier 1. We saw some scout cars in the last tournament. Barton played that strat, but it was a tier 0 strat, right? You just spam piles and scout cars.
Oh, and care because Vindicare is losing the second MG.
Oh,
yeah,
no!
he lost it.
Oh, he's completely surrounded. This is I think Vindicare might be having some nerves. Perhaps these guys have fought each other quite a bit in Dawn of War. Perhaps they have a real history, because I think Vindicare is showing some turning nerves right here.
Yeah, but now even xHoLyHammer is decided to recreate the MG while the Molotov was still burning and he lost.
Yeah, but he succeeded. I mean, he stole it. He got out of there. So.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
All right, the first scout car is out.
Yeah, right now I'm going to say that xHoLyHammer is in a very good position. He's cutting Vindicare's fuel, and he has a way bigger army. And Vindicare is building a third armored car, scout car. Sorry.
Whoa! All right. Well, let's see how he can micro these vehicles. They're a bit fragile. I wonder if or how many of them he'll upgun. Keep an eye on that, Marcus, and let us know.
Yeah, sure. He has the munitions to upgun one.
Oh, he's gonna lose one immediately.
Yeah.
He might have thought that xHoLyHammer didn't have 8 teammates yet, but he did. I don't
would
know.
prefer
It's getting to. Oh, look at this! The conscripts have to retreat, and there's another scout car that's going to come over and cover that position, and he might even be able to annihilate these retreating.
Aim fire on this pussy!
And he does. He kills that veteran conscript squad. So that actually wound up being a big win for Vindicare. He saves the unit, kills the Russian unit.
And I'm seeing that xHoLyHammer is not taken yet. Is he building any building yet? Because I think he's still at.
In another Pio, and he's putting up the support weapon company already.
Oh, okay.
So who knows if he'll make any units from that, or if that's just a stepping stone. We'll find out shortly.
I'd say he'll go tier 3 because he has the Vindicare's fuel, and Vindicare invested a lot of all his fuel basically on these scout cars. So he's short on fuel for P4s. Yeah, actually he has 10 fuel and he's getting a 4th scout car.
A 4th scout car.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Well, sometimes spammy games are really interesting to see. I can see that you've chosen a doctrine that gives you access to the smoke as scout cars pop smoke, backs out. These conscripts are taking turns hopping into this house, getting a little bit of vet, and then running away.
I'd say this is a good solution from Vindicare for a short-term solution, but I don't think that he will be able to hold this territory once the first T70 or T34 comes out.
Alright, well you're right, yeah, tier 3 is on the way. Okay, this building's getting a little low on health. These conscripts should be careful. If that building goes down, he can lose that entire squad. We've got some harassment going on in the north, and a little small skirmish in the south, but a 6-man MG in a house can definitely swallow up the grenadier nade, so those grenadiers are sent back. It's funny to watch these 4 damaged scout cars sort of crawling around. He definitely doesn't have time. Look at all 4 of them are hurt. One of them can drive around successfully maybe, but the other 3 are in really bad shape. But he hasn't lost one yet.
Yeah, he hasn't lost one yet. And Vindicare got another Pioneer squad, so he has 2 Pioneer squads to repair, and he's getting a 5th scout car.
It's done.
All right, well, the Tank of the Battalion is now up, and we have our first unit coming out of it. It's a T70.
Yeah, I'd say he wants to go for a scout car spam with his Panzer Grenadier squad upgraded with Shreks, because he has 100 munitions, and in 1 minute he might get Shreks on his PG.
Alright, well we have PPS upgrades on some of these conscript squads as they fight the fuel. Vindicare keeps running through the flames, man. He's really got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Look at these grenadiers are still taking damage.
Because
he got a triage yet? No, he needs one. A triage in his base. Alright, the scout cars are almost repaired. They've got a nice skin on them. I like those. This one's running off to get back into action. Slides across the ice. Okay, show the fight, show the fight. Here we go. The armored train ganging up on this house. See how long the conscripts last.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't like it.
T70 is coming.
They don't like it. They're getting out. T70 arrives. None of those scout cars are up yet.
See more Shreks too. Oh, I bet.
Down. See if he wants to try to recapture the scout car or kill the wreck. Now, are you upgrading Shreks or anything on these grenadiers?
He's upgrading the scout car with the
Alright, well he annihilates the abandoned one. There's another fight happening in the center. Which scout car? Okay, there's... Wow. So you had 5? You didn't tell me you got a 5th. Alright, so 5 scout cars, one of which is upgunned against this T70. And nothing else on the way yet for xHoLyHammerx.
Waiting for your command.
He's
no
trying to
pack
save for a T-34. He's got about 63 fuel.
Yeah, and he's in a very comfortable position. He just lost 1 conscript squad, while Vindicare lost the 2 MGs that are now garrisoning the mid-church, the church in the middle of Semoski, and the other most important house, the one that covers the southern fuel point, is in a
They're
very
just chilling there. Look, and they cover this scrap point as well. The Pyros are able to white it, and then they're going to have to go home.
Okay, he's getting another scout car, and he's also upgrading another scout car with the 20mm autocannon. So he will have 2 armored cars. I think they might be able to kill the T-70 if he micros the T-70 well, but right now it's very hard to come back. How many conscripts does xHoLyHammer have? 3 or 4?
3. He lost that one. Remember, the scout cars annihilated it as it was retreating across the center.
Okay, so he didn't rebuild it.
No, but he does have a guard squad out.
Oh, he has a guard squad?
Yes.
And I see he also has the DP-28 upgrade. He will have easy job killing the scout car.
All right, here we go, Marco. Big fight, as my son would say. Big fight, big fight. T-70 is kind of retreating. He doesn't like the look of all these crowds rushing across the lake. Guards are going to hang in there for a little while. Those upgun scout cars are good against infantry too. T-70's trying to get his shots in. Here they come streaming across the center. Guards and T-70 soft pedaling back, so the vent is going to get up by the scout cars. One is double vent.
One is down.
One is down. The guard's able to kill one. They're down to 2 men. Uh-oh, he doesn't want to lose that guard squad. Don't lose squads, don't lose squads, don't lose squads. The MG in the house. Now he's surrounded, kited. Once he's going to pick off the 3 guards. Oh! One of the scout cars dies. Really nice T-70 micro from xHoLyHammerx. His T-34 is halfway built. Vindicare is giving chase. He wants to take the T-70 out. That's going to be a tough battle, though.
Not sure.
I think the T-70 is going to win it. Oh!
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. Trouble. Trouble. The Russians are looking strong. And playback over. That's it.
Yo.
We don't even get to see the T-34. He was about 80% built. And, yeah, that fight went badly for Vindicare.
Yeah, I'd say bad played from Vindicare. I think he can do much better. I want to see much better play from him in game 2 actually. Maybe it's because of the map. This map full of houses favors a bit Russians in the early game, but he could have done better, and I'm sure he knows it.
All right, we could chalk one up for xHoLyHammer, and let me show you our new Allies Win video. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm reading in the chat that there are some questions about the sound. People can't hear me, so
Really?
we'll work on that. Yeah, we'll work on that, and we'll see if we can get our stuff adjusted. We're going to go to a break right now real quick, and we'll be right back with Game 2 from this round 5. Stick with us.
Stick with us, guys.